Buenos días a todos. Today we are off to La Manga. The Cosmopolitan Bike Club are having their annual rally over 3 days. Been going since Friday, so we're going to have a wee run along to La Manga today. Down a bit of the strip, take a bit of footage along at the rally site, see what's happening, and then a run back along some of the back roads. So hope you enjoy this wee video today. So this rally round at La Manga is one of the big weekend rallies that are held here. They have all sorts of one-day rallies all over the place, every other week it seems like, and all year. But I'm just going to take a run round to this one at La Manga, and it's run by the club's called the Cosmopolitans. And what you'll see when we get here is there are lots and lots of bike clubs here in Spain. Some proper backpatch MCs, and then lots of motorcycle clubs which are MCCs. So there is a difference. But the good thing about living here in Spain is, when I look at all these guys and all these different clubs, is they all just seem to coexist without any trouble or any infighting. And really that's the way it should be, because if you look at the age profile of these guys, you know, most of them are sort of mid-50s, mid-50s upwards, up to my age, to mid-60s. So, you know, they should just all be getting on at this time. They should have put all their differences aside and just learn to coexist the way they do here in Spain. So let's hope that it rubs off in other places in the world where we don't get any of this inter-club fighting between backpatch clubs. So most of this run is going to be motorway for the first section, so as usual I'm going to just flip the camera off, and then I'll switch it back on again once we get back off the motorway at the La Manga strip. Motorways everywhere in the world just the same, so there's no point in showing you lots and lots of footage of motorways, unless you want to, of course, and if you do, let me know. We've now arrived into La Manga, the La Manga strip. So I'm just going to ride along here until we see all the bikes. They're usually on the left somewhere. So I'm just going to run along here, let you have a look at La Manga as we go. It's a very narrow strip of land that sort of separates the Mar Menor from the sea. And the further along you get, the narrower it gets. And some of the properties that are built on the very narrow strip, you know, there's windows at one side will look out over the sea, and then the windows on the other side will look out over the Mar Menor. So they're really picturesque, and there are some apartments available if you're looking to buy. Now lots of people seem to come here on holiday. We've only ever come down just for a day out here and there. And if I'm being brutally honest, I'm not that impressed by it. I really expected it to be much nicer than it actually is. It just seems to be overrun with properties and lots of high-rise buildings, which are just not in keeping with the general sort of theme of the area that we live in. So massive holiday complex, lots and lots of hotels and high-rise buildings, nice beach areas on both sides, both at the sea and the Mar Menor. And there's plenty of little cafes and bars to keep you going for the day. So this little bridge, I've just gone over a bridge there, and there's a little narrow passageway that goes underneath there, and there's always lots of people on jet skis and little boats coming from the harbour just on the left there, out onto the sea. So we've got a few more bikes arriving now. Somebody likes these fishtail pipes and the noise they make. Remember, I used to have a Harley Davidson Heritage Springer that had those fishtail pipes on it, and it did sound glorious, I have to say. I'm going to try and get out. Once this car behind me gets past, I'll move out to the outside lane, because the traffic on the inside is building up now. For many years the landscape on the left was blighted by an absolutely hideous concrete structure that was supposed to be a hotel, but I don't believe it ever had the proper planning permission, and it was kind of stopped once the concrete framework was put up, and it sat there for a long time, many a year, and it was just horrible and never ever get planning. So last year the council decided to pull it all down, get rid of it, so you don't have that blot on the landscape anymore. So the one thing you'll notice when you're riding along the La Manga strip here is that it seems to go on forever and ever. It's never ending. You keep thinking you must be getting near the end of it, and it just doesn't seem to come. I think it's somewhere around 17 or 18 kilometres of one road in and out, pretty much, just filled with high-rise bars and restaurants, etc. So all the bikes are on the left here, so this is where the meet is. So we'll probably go down the road just a little bit and then find somewhere to turn, and then we'll find our way back up to park and have a wee wander and see what's what. Yeah, so there's a little turning spot here, so we'll just pull in here and turn round, just follow these bikes round. Now this is something to look out for in Spain, that very often if you want to turn left, there's nowhere to sort of turn left. What you've got to do is pull into these little roads on the right hand side, and then just wait for your traffic light to allow you to go. So in a way it's pretty safe. It certainly stops people cutting in front of others and causing accidents, so it just means an extra set of lights and something else to look out for, so we might just be mindful of that. So you'll see the light on the main road is changing, and this little side light will go. So we're off. And we're just going to find somewhere to dump the bikes and have a wee wander. A wander around the Cosmopolitan Bike Rally. So it's every man for himself when you're parking bikes. So I'm just going to find a gap big enough for mine, and then let Ian, who's following me, sort himself out. Yep, looks like we need to go at the end. That's okay. Lovely day for a walk. So welcome to La Manga. So this is where the Cosmopolitans Bike Club are having their annual rally. It's quite a popular one. We popped over last year just to have a quick look, so I thought I'd come this year, do a quick video, let you see the type of support that these local rallies get. So let's have a wander and let you see what's going on. So, well supported rally with a wide range of bikes. A big Harley Davidson and Cruiser following here in Spain. They're ideal bikes for just pulling about the back roads. So you can see why they're so popular. So I'm just going to cut through up on the left here. This is where the clubhouse is, and where the stalls and bars etc are set up just for people to come and chill for a couple of hours in the sunshine. So let's hope we can get through okay. Yeah, so just cutting through here. See a little terrace there in the sunshine. People just enjoying the afternoon, really. It's Sunday the 9th of February. It's just coming on for 12:30 in the afternoon. And we're just up at around probably 17 degrees now in the sunshine, which is nice. So lots of people around. You'll see on the jackets lots and lots of different bike clubs here. All just getting on. All the usual biker stalls for clothing and wallets and chains and key rings etc. Looks like the band are just setting up. So they're obviously going to be doing a wee afternoon set. So there's the Berserkers there from Cartagena. These are the Land Riders, Cosmopolitans. I'll just try and see if I can spot a few others, because there's plenty. There's plenty around. Dark Side, Murcia. Sector Rebelde, Murcia. So yeah, there are plenty different bike clubs here, all just getting on with it. Just following people here, so they're wondering what I'm doing. Peña Motera, Murcia. Archangels, España. Now, I haven't seen any of the back patch clubs here yet. You usually get the Blue Angels and kicking around at some point, but I don't see any of them today. So just a quick run around the clubhouse there. This is the Cosmopolitans clubhouse in La Manga. If any are interested in finding a bike club to come and join, they seem to be a fairly friendly bunch, so come along. if you fancy doing that. So that's about it for now. So just heading back out of La Manga now. Just had a wander around the bike rally. Looks like the band are having difficulty getting set up, so got fed up waiting for them to start. So decided just to take a run back up the road and see what else we can find. So as I said on the way up, on the either side of this La Manga strip, there's lots of little shops and bars and restaurants in behind the main road. I just had a bit of a wander there, and I didn't actually realise that there was so many places to go and eat or drink when you're here. So it's probably one of those places that needs a bit of exploring. But you can see here the road surface is quite bad in bits. It's certainly not maintained as well as the other parts of Spain that I've seen on the road. So still lots of bikes arriving, just heading there to probably spend an hour or two just chilling in the sunshine with a cold beer, listening to the live band, having a wee look at the stalls and shops and buying a few bits and bobs. So as I've said, not bad for a February afternoon. So we're just coming out the top end of the La Manga strip now. So just in on the left here as we leave La Manga, there's a little town called Cabo de Palos, which is a really nice little place. We'll do a video on that another day. It's one of those little Spanish harbour villages with a marina. Lots of little boats in it, and scuba diving clubs, and a nice row of bars and restaurants for a spot lunch. Also a really nice big lighthouse up there. Just watch this guy doesn't cut in front of me. Another lighthouse up there which is well worth a look. So we'll do another video another day on Cabo de Palos. So my plan is to get up this motorway just a little bit and then dive off to go back along the end road, the N332, which is the main road that runs parallel to the motorways here. So hopefully you can see in the video that we've got some grey black clouds moving in. Now, it's unlikely that they will amount to anything. We often get a black cloud that will move across, but every now and again we just get a quick sudden shower. Only lasts, minutes, and then it's gone and dries up again. So it's one of the things that I really like about living in Spain and owning a motorcycle, is that the weather for the vast majority of the time is absolutely excellent for riding motorcycles. So I'm just going to quickly scoot past these cars because my exit will be coming up soon and I don't want to miss it. So I'm going to go in this way, in a town called Los Ballones, just because I've never been. And we'll have a look and see if we can spot something new. So this is the little town of Los Ballones. I see a sign here up to the right for Los Nietos. Now that's the way that I want to head. So I'm going to turn right up here where the junction is. So yeah, just another traditional little Spanish town. Yes, I don't know where this is going, but that's part of the adventure, isn't it? It's just hitting the road and not having a clue where you're going. There's a big villas on the right here. So a little shop on the left here with British flag, the British supermarket. So I now know where I am. I've been here before. So this is just a little back road that cuts through the town of Los Balones. So I don't know how well it comes out on the video, but as I'm driving down this road here, I can see straight ahead La Manga in the sunshine. Just before that, the beautiful Mar Menor, the small sea, a Citroen C5. I haven't seen one of them for God knows how long. I'm just going to nip by this guy because the no overtaking sign's there. Bet that made you jump. So the little town of Los Nietos, they do have a little railway station here that takes you on a single track railway straight into Cartagena. So if you fancy a day out without driving to Cartagena, just dump your car at Los Nietos and you can get a return ticket for, I think it's $2.50 or $2.60, something like that, to take you from Los Nietos into Cartagena for a day out. So bear in mind it's Sunday afternoon, so not a lot happening in these sleepy little towns on Sundays. It's a big religion day for the Spanish people. So that's the train station right in front of me there. So I'm just going to stop the camera here because it's just country roads here, wasteland, nothing much to see. Well, I hope you enjoyed that wee ride along to La Manga and to the Cosmopolitan Bike Rally. So please, as always, like and subscribe. Big thanks for watching. Just trying to get the subscribers up to 2,000. We're getting there, so if you're watching the video and you haven't subscribed, just click on the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, and that way you can get updates when any new videos are loaded. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta pronto.